Okay.
Wait, where's Nick?
Nick's gonna join in a couple minutes. Um, Hello everyone.
Hey,
It's
sure, buddy.
week 8. Thanks, Dave. David Jones, everyone on the podcast. Pretty exciting stuff. Week 8 done. We moved to week 9. We have a kind of a weird podcast today. We got William and Ben. Um, Nick is
That's rad.
Braden's out, so little different. I'm pretty excited to see what the hell we're gonna get from Ben. I think we're gonna get some good lines today.
I've
So
got something to share real quick.
I usually I finish my intro and then I'll let you talk.
Okay, I was okay.
Oh, actually, no, you're good. Hear that, everyone? Cheers.
This is a beer, by the way. Cheers.
Wow. How about that? Kicking off the podcast with some fraternity actions right there, man.
Yeah, guy's pretty frat. Can't confirm. Getting
But
privileged
so yeah,
to hang out with him last week.
so week 8, we'll get it. We're gonna start going through the matchups for last week, guys, and then we'll do our predictions for the following week and the best segment on the show and little things in between. But you guys have anything to say before we get into the matchups? Ben, William.
Uh-oh. Ben, you go right ahead, buddy. Ladies
Thank
first.
you. I always got a lot to say. I don't know. It's glad to be
This needs to
back.
be
Got
kind of quick,
about 5
dude.
minutes. I got 5 minutes on the podcast last year, and I don't know. I like to spice things up a bit and talk about things that people actually care about. So I'm here.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
I'm
Wait,
sorry.
can I talk? Or is it my turn?
Yeah, you can go.
It's good to be back. I was here a couple weeks ago and I already feel like a vet. So I'm back. I'm here. I'm ready to spread the wealth of wisdom that I possess and, hopefully deliver some good takes and just enjoy time with my two dear friends, Anthony and Ben. So really looking forward to the civil conversations that I'm sure we're going to have tonight and all the nice things we're going to say about each other. Can't wait, guys.
We
Yeah,
call it
William.
the most positive
It's a good
podcast.
time.
So
Can't
Yes, we
wait.
do.
My
I
two
do.
favorite twins.
Yes. Sorry,
yeah,
Carter.
well, I'd also like to, before we get into it, we'll talk about it more later, but these two guys also had the first probably major trade of the year. Maybe Braden's was kind of big, but
You
a
know
lot of
us,
big
baby.
players. We'll get into it later. But let's start with this, guys. Get your matchups out from last week.
Okay.
And William, you can break down me and Justin's matchup. And then
All
Ben, you
right.
will do Braden and Dad's matchup.
Dad.
Okay. Let me go to
You
last
definitely know how to
week.
pull this up.
Okay, Anthony and Justin. Am I going?
You're good. Let's do it.
All right. Great win by Anthony, gotta say. I enjoyed that comeback for him. Um, I'm really glad that Jameer Gibbs is starting to go. I
Thanks,
think
man.
that a lot of people were sleeping on him, but the whole time everyone knew that it was only a matter of time before he got good, and now he's finally there. So hopefully that continues. I mean, the fact that Montgomery's out definitely helps with that. Tyreek Hill is literally just automatic 20 points every week. I know that from having him last year. Um, Big touchdown by Jake Ferguson. Trevor Lawrence had a decent outing. But really, I mean, nothing crazy from Anthony's team, just the fact that Jameer Gibbs got it going. Justin had a good showing from Dak, which is really the only thing that kept him in that game. Usually Kelsey has a bigger week, but Mahomes kind of shit the bed we saw with my team. But yeah, good win by Anthony. Proud of the kid.
Thanks,
Um,
man.
yeah, good win, buddy.
Yeah, I'll say I was gonna be so mad if I lost this one because I like did something I never do and I overthought everything and I was like, I'm gonna bench Ridley. I'm not gonna start right. I'm gonna put in Jake. Like I pulled all the guys I've started Ridley and White, and like then the one week I don't play them, they both have like the best weeks. So whatever. But
You've got a tough lineup to choose who's starting every week. I feel like because
I got a lot of running backs. Yeah, and none of them are like
yeah,
well above the others. Yeah, you can really put anyone.
yeah, it's just hard to choose. But you chose the right week to start Gibbs, so that's good.
Yeah. Ben, Dave versus Braden.
Yeah. Um, let's see here. Wow, a pretty good matchup, not gonna lie. Um, quarterback that that's quarterback things. Stevenson, Taylor both just suck. But no surprise there. Mostert also sucks. He's not good. Other than that, receivers they really showed out. Diggs getting 16, Chase getting 25, Wilson 17, Addison 21. Like fantastic. End of the day though, Braden's guys just more consistently across the board. Did great, except for Darren Waller got hurt in the first 5 minutes of the game. So definitely lost money on that bet. If anyone else did as well. But yeah, pretty good matchup. Not gonna lie. Gus Bus on the bench, 29 points, 3 touchdowns.
Turn the
Braden
key,
really
baby. Turn the key. You
turns
know
the
what I'm
key.
saying?
Turn the key.
Braden
Hey,
would have scored like 280.
great win, Braden. Proud of you, buddy.
Yeah, Braden
Yeah.
rolling again. Those receivers are the
Yeah.
best duo in the league. And then Alvin Kamara is an absolute stud. He's like
Yeah.
almost
Only
McCaffrey
thing
now. It's crazy.
Yeah, only thing I'd add here is just, I mean, the running backs, like they're big names, but it's just like the running backs here just suck. And
Yeah.
I did some math. This is your stats for the week that I calculated earlier today, just for since Nick's not here. And if you take the worst of my 2 running backs every single week, and it includes Tony Pollard, who Tony Pollard sucked and was actually the worst running back for most of the weeks, which if you saw my running backs, that's kind of pathetic. But I averaged 5.9 points by my worst running back
That is
over the
really
course
bad.
of the week.
You
And
can probably
yet
waiver stream
I'm
someone
3
every
and
week.
5. And that's what I do. And yet they do better than Tony Pollard. And now I don't have to worry about him. I trade him to Williams for Christian McCaffrey. Anyway, I digress. We'll get
I
to that
like
I'll
later.
explain my thought process on the trade later. We'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into it. Okay, but I think we'd all agree that these 2 teams are like 2 of the better, probably 5 or 6 teams. Yeah.
Dave
Both, I
definitely
think, will be in the
deserves
playoffs.
to be better.
Yeah. And I
Lucas
think
got
Dave's
my
only
vote.
going to get better because I think Jonathan Taylor every week will just get better and better.
Yeah.
Okay. I will do Connor versus Benjamin, our podcaster here. Rough week for Ben. He's just trying to find that second running back. And but he had a big switch up, so kind of different teams. So we'll see now. He changed things up. He's got McCaffrey, which is cool. But Connor had a big bounce back week after his worst week. Eckler looked like he's back. Godwin had a pretty good week. ETN's been probably the best pick in the draft. I mean, he is like for where he was getting drafted, it was probably the best picker all around. I mean, right now he's averaging over 25 points a week.
Holy cow. I didn't
Yeah,
even
he's an
realize how well
absolute
he's been
stud.
doing.
Yeah. He's number 2 behind McCaffrey. And there's a
Yeah.
pretty large gap. Like
I
from
just
2 to
looked at
3.
his game log. I didn't even notice that.
He's actually only one of the only top like 12 running backs right now that is averaging under 4 yards carry. And the only reason he's doing so well is because he's getting literally like long runs for touchdowns.
Yeah, he's
like
got
once
a
a
lot of
game.
touchdowns.
So
Well, he
yeah.
didn't score last week. Oh yeah, he did. He had a long touchdown. Never mind.
He had like a 65-yard.
But yeah, Connor got some luck by picking up Howell. It was a great start, and he lit up Philly. And I fed my boy Terry, so another Tony pick. But Justin Seam, we all know, is pretty good. He had some buys, injuries, and he figured it out. With Eckler good, he's back in the elite. And Ben, bad week, but very different team now. So maybe Ben turned around. He needed something. But Ben, sign of life. Joe Burrow, I think, is Joe Burrow again. So at least you're gonna have probably a top 3 quarterback every week. But okay. Ben, why don't you do Nick? This is a Nick versus Mike. It's a big one for him. Yeah, he got to win, so it doesn't happen much.
Yeah. So Nick finally showing out. I'm kind of impressed. Him and Alexi, honestly. So proud of both of them. But yeah, I mean Joe Allen. I don't know who that is. But anyway, Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things. My pile of garbage really just showing out. 14 points to quarterback. Honestly, he's look at Ben numbers in the running back. So yeah, I mean receivers respectable. Tight end. Yeah, honestly, receiver and tight end, they did all right. But the rest of his team is just not good. But he does have a hurt Kirk Cousins on the bench to score 26 points. So there's always that.
I just think it's crazy that every week, like Nick is like, Mike, why are you not starting Kirk Cousins? And then Mike just continues to not start him.
And now
And
he's
then
dead.
now he's hurt, so he just can't even use
He had
him.
the number. Like,
Yeah.
He
He's
literally
the
just had him on his
number
bench the whole year for no reason. Did
number
he ever
four
start him?
quarterback. Never played him, and then he just got hurt. Never got to
That's
take.
crazy.
Yeah, I swear Mike listens to this too. I think he's just doing it to piss him off at this point. And
Yeah.
every week the guy he starts does significantly worse than Kirk Cousins. It's ridiculous.
Mhm.
Yeah. Only
But
thing I'd
yeah,
add to this matchup would be Nick's defense outscored Mike's by 10 points, and Nick pulled out the win. So add that to Nick's step up.
all right.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Good
I
call,
do
Benny.
also think it's kind of ironic that every single week, and this is the only podcast Nick has not been on, and every week he's here and he just gets shit on for losing. And the one week that he probably wanted to talk about his win, he wasn't here. He didn't
Wait, I
go.
thought he was coming.
He is, but we're not coming back to it. So I'm sure he'll say something. William, you want to do Paul versus Alexi?
Yeah. Um, First off, love you, Paul, but there's honestly just not much to say about your team, man. Um, Jordan Love starting at quarterback. I know you like the Packers, but come on, man. We don't we don't have to be such loyal fans. You don't see me starting Desmond Ritter every week. That's for goddamn sure. Um, but yeah, another tough loss for Paul. What's his record now? I can't see it. I don't know.
I think he's 3-5, so
Yes.
not
Oh,
terrible.
okay.
He
That's not
had a
that
good
bad.
couple wins in a row. He got hot.
Yeah, just the thing about that is just downhill from here. I don't know how long Stafford's going to be out, but Cup, I just feel like the Rams aren't going to do a lot this season. And his team just, it really just depends on the week for him. But Alexi, there's some signs of life there from him. Jalen Hurts has been playing like one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Saquon is the only life that exists on the Giants team. AJ Brown is just a monster and is just going to continue to go off.
That's like the best
Um,
stack in all of fantasy
yeah,
football. There's Brown.
yeah.
On Nick's
Michael
Jordan.
Pittman, I feel like is just kind of that fringe guy at receiver that he's just Mr. Reliable. He always somehow finds a way to get you some points. George Kittle's kind of hit or miss, but I don't know. I like Alexi's team. Maybe he can make a playoff push. Maybe we'll see what happens. I feel like him or Nick,
Kid's
I
a
think is
loser,
going to
dude.
make the playoffs. I
They're
think one of
dead.
them. I think one of them's going to make it.
They're
Yeah.
We'll
both
see.
dead.
I think
Hold
that's
on.
Two.
Nick
I think
is
that's some
dead.
great analysis.
Oh god. All right, go. You just missed your stupid. Thank God we got through your matchup.
Nick, say your piece on your victory. I want to hear it.
I finally won. My wide receivers suck, but everyone else showed up. The strategy worked.
The Noodle King.
Noodle
I
King's
mean,
back.
it took your kicker getting 15 and defense getting 18 for you just to score 150 points. So
Hey, can we just take a moment? It's just me and the three Jones boys right now. I mean,
it's as
fellas,
good as it
Come
gets.
on. Nothing better.
come
Man,
on
I'll tell you
now.
what, I've had a boner all day just because I get to see William Sherry tomorrow, first time in 5 months or something.
Shoot, buddy. Come on now.
I'm pretty excited.
It's been 5 months already.
Good.
For 3 months. 3 months.
That's great.
Can I
Okay.
add two things about
Well,
that matchup really quickly?
yeah,
Paul
go.
and Alexi. So first of all, I think Paul's biggest mistake was just the fact that he didn't trade Justin Jefferson. I think he very much could have utilized whoever he got for him, but he missed out. And then Alexi, I don't know if anyone knows this, but Alexi hadn't won a game and went to church and has been 2-0 since going to church. So I don't know.
Praise God.
Praise God, dude. That's a fun stat.
Awesome.
That's the Jesus highlight of the week. Thank you, everybody.
So Ben, why don't you ever win fantasy games?
Because I'm good. Look at the stats. I literally regular season absolute beast, and then I just get unlucky in the playoffs. But anyway,
It's not luck. So I'll say
I was
about this,
11.
I
Hold on.
still
I
like
was
Paul's
11-3 last week or last year. Connor was 11-3, and we literally played each other for the third place game.
and I won.
That's absurd. And
so-
you and William were 8-6 and
That's
barely made the
Ben, I'm
playoffs.
Bill Belichick, bro. I get in the playoffs.
I technically won, just saying.
Nope. William, shut up. You did not win. I'm the champion.
Damar Hamlin just somehow had a heart attack. I mean, I think Anthony did some shit. I don't know, man.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I did. I made a call. I still like Paul's team. I like Mixon a lot. Cup and Jefferson. Jefferson's gonna be fine. Dobbs is actually gonna be someone that can feed Jefferson. Hawkinson's beast. Marquise Brown's about to turn in. I love Paul's team. Marquise Brown is about to get Kyler Murray back. If y'all remember, through 7 weeks last year, Kyler Murray and Marquise Brown on the same team. He was number one receiver over Cup, over Chase, over Jefferson. It was Marquise Brown until Kyler Murray got hurt. So like he might have 3 wide receiver ones, and I love Mixon. He needs to figure out the quarterback thing. I don't know where that like. I like his team. Hang in there, Paul. But I'll do
Sorry, Paul.
William versus.
I didn't mean to violate you.
I'll do William. Alexi, you still suck. I'll do William versus Carter.
We talked about Mike yet?
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
kind of got to get going. We only have like 20 minutes to do.
Oh, I just wanted to say maybe Mike knew something we didn't know with all his fab spending.
Dude, that was so funny. Mike chirping or Nick chirping Mike about his fab when Nick's the worst fucking team in the league.
I'm better than Mike now.
Okay, whatever. But let my man Mike free. Let him live. William lost solely because Mahomes had the flu. 8 points from Mahomes will hurt. Just a bad. I mean, just other than McCaffrey, every single player on his team sucked.
I got a
So,
question for Mike. Or
I
not
wouldn't
Mike.
have won anyways.
yeah,
I got a
wouldn't
question
matter.
for William.
Yeah, what's up?
How's it been having Patrick Mahomes on your team this year? Has it been good? Like as an owner of him.
Not as good as last year.
I mean, he
That's
still
about
does
pretty much
good.
all I
It's
have to
like
say about that.
he's bad, but he's still like 25, 28, 35, 27, 22, 46.
Yeah. I mean, he's just like, to me, the reason I pick him up is number one, because last year he was great. But then second, it's just like every week I never feel worried about anything. I mean, it's Patrick Mahomes. I know he's going to go out there and do something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I literally texted in the chat and I was like, or I texted somebody and I was like, Mahomes either going to have 4 points or 40 during his flu
Yeah,
game.
you put it in our chat.
It's true.
He had,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
had that.
Well,
So,
but it wouldn't have mattered. Carter's team dominated.
yeah, Carter's team's good.
Good little squad. Bench is really fucking bad, but he's good team. But really a big part of it was CD Lamb, Tony's pepperoni pick. The Dak the Lamb, the best connection in all football, baby. Huge week, but congratulations, Carter. All right, so now we're gonna go into this week's matchups and predictions. Nick, you're gonna record who everyone picks. It's your job. But William, we're gonna start you off with me versus Ben.
I'm going.
I guess I haven't really set my lineup yet, but
All right, Game of Jones versus Game of Jones, baby. The
Ben,
battle for
change
the
your name.
throne. The battle for the throne. Shoot, man. I mean, Anthony, who are you starting at quarterback this week? Is it a secret?
Yeah, it's a secret. We can't release that yet.
I hope it's not Will Levis. But don't start him against that Steelers defense, buddy. Just because he has that 1-4 touchdown game does not mean he's him. That guy sucks. You saw what the dogs did to him.
You're right.
All
You're
right.
on that one. Go dogs.
I don't know, man. I mean, Ben, if he had McCaffrey this week, I'd like his odds more.
Yeah, we're both missing a lot.
Cam Akers and Chuba. I don't know what Akers' production is going to look like this week. I don't know. Is Dobbs going to start at quarterback?
Not good.
Is
no,
Dobbs
next week.
Yeah, so I don't know what the Vikings are going to do this week, so I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of a toss-up. I think it really just depends on what quarterback Anthony gets and how he plays. I think that's going to decide it. Joe Burrow's either going to go off against the Bills or I don't know. I feel like we haven't had like a really good shootout game yet this year, and
We
I think maybe
haven't.
that'll
You're
happen
right.
with the Bills and Bengals this weekend.
Like a
I think
prime
that'll
time,
happen.
right?
And I think this week's a toss-up. Tyreek Hill going against the Chiefs, they know how to play defense against him, if that's even possible.
Mhm.
So
In
I don't
London.
know. I think Ben might have a chance this week. I think I might go Ben. I'm gonna do the hot take. I'm sorry, Anthony.
It's all right. I always like when you pick against me. You're an idiot. I'm gonna go with me. Sucks that I'm missing some guys.
Well said, William.
Ben's team is just bad. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm a big Bills Bengals guy. That's the reason that I won our league. So love it. Nick, who you got?
In what matchup?
Ben versus me.
You.
He doesn't even know. I mean, half my team's on Bob. Okay. And then Ben, you got yourself.
Are you kidding me? We're going to the moon. Let's go.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna do or no.
Benny Hoop.
Ben, do Alexi versus Braden. Somewhat quick. It's Braden.
Sorry, I couldn't find the mute button.
I'm
Alexi
thinking
versus
Braden.
Braden. I don't even know who is on the team. Alexi, let's go. 3 in a row. Come on. Easy word.
You gonna say something?
Oh, shoot. I mean, look at Braden or
You gotta
Alexi's
say
team.
something.
Okay, honestly, these I kid you not, I think these might be two of the best. I've spent so much time looking at trades this week and like looking over his team like way too much for hours on end, and I genuinely think these are the two best teams in the league right now.
Dude,
Like,
Alexi has 2 wins.
yes, in the past two, he is. Wait, look, Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, Michael Pittman. Like that's insane, and he got DeAndre Hopkins, 4 touchdown Hopkins on the bench. Like what? And Braden, look at this. He has Diggs, Chase, and he's about to get Christian McCaffrey for me. That's insane. And Kamara, like unbelievable.
What
Like
are
this
you
is gonna
talking
be
about?
Wait, what?
This is
Do
gonna be
not give Christian
incredible.
McCaffrey unless you're getting Diggs or Chase. You ding dong.
I'm not. He won't give me either of them. But I got another thing planned. Anyways,
No.
yeah, no. Anyway, it's crazy, and I
Vito.
don't know. I got Alexi though. End of the
Vito.
day.
If you send Christian McCaffrey to Braden, I'm vetoing it.
Hey man,
I'll
money
start a
talks.
fucking riot.
Money talks. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm taking Braden.
I'm taking Braden.
They hate you. They hate you, Lexi. I got
Jalen
you,
Hurts
bro.
against the Cowboys,
Let's go,
not gonna
Alexi.
happen.
I will do Justin versus Connor. Just love talking about Justin's choke. I think Dak has another good week. Philly's secondary blows. I think Sam Howell's a bad matchup for against New England. It's kind of a rookie quarterback, and Bill Belichick never lets rookie quarterbacks have good games. So I think that might be a big stinker out of his quarterback. He's missing ETN, his best player. I still don't like Justin's team. It's just not that good in my opinion. But kind of a bad week for Connor. So I'm actually gonna go with Justin. Justin's at full strength just about. And Connor has a bad quarterback and is missing his best player and Debo. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Justin. What about you guys?
I think Justin probably will have Devontae Adams by tomorrow as well. So I'm gonna go Justin as well.
What the hell are you doing, man?
Mike Palmer. 2 words.
I thought we had a trade.
Oh
I'm making
my
trades with
God.
everybody. I'm
I
making
have a
trades with
trade from you
everybody.
too, Anthony.
Yeah, what'd you
Go.
think?
Come on.
We'll talk about it.
Is it close? Are we close?
I don't know. Let's move on.
Wait,
I picked Justin.
Nick. Nick,
yeah.
are you okay, Nick? Like, someone
you
kill
okay,
your puppy
buddy?
or something? Like,
Long
No,
day of auditing.
No, we lost 26 we lost 26-0 in our softball game.
Holy cow.
holy shit!
Who'd you guys play?
So we were the home team. They didn't let us get out of the top of the second. So like we didn't actually get our fair share of at bats. Yeah, it was probably one of the worst losses I've ever been a part of. It's pretty sad.
Wow. I'm sorry about that, buddy.
Damn.
Hey, we're here.
Nick
We're here
lost
for you.
so bad in softball that he literally won't even talk in this podcast right now. He
I'm
won this
also picking up my defense because I got to put in a waiver claim.
dude. No fantasy shit during the podcast. Disadvantage the other members.
Sorry.
Let
me break down a matchup. You haven't even called
me. Who do you want, Justin or Connor to win? Who do you got?
I want Connor.
No, I don't care about want. Who do you think?
Oh, I think Justin's gonna win.
Okay. All right. Well, then you can break down. These are all bad. You can break down Carter versus Paul.
I hate Carter. Carter's my least favorite person in the league. Whenever he'll entertain a trade for like 10 minutes and then he'll fall off the face of the earth. I'll text him the next day and he'll be like, I don't think I want to make any big moves right now. And I'm like, that's why you never leave.
Hey, Nick, did you see my trade, by the way?
Yeah, the kicker trade. I actually really like my kicker because I get to root when the Cowboys score a touchdown. I'm like happy because we scored a touchdown. And then when we stall out in the red zone, then I'm like, okay, it's fine. Like my kicker gets points. So, that's
fair enough.
Yeah.
Two things that I quickly say about Carter. He for the past 48 hours, every few hours he's been texting me. He wants Cam Akers so bad for me, who beyond me. But he literally offered me absolute crap for him. But he's crap, and I'm just like not giving it to him because I think he knows something that I don't. And I try to make an actual trade with him, and he's just like, no, I love my team. Like I'm not trading. But he just wants Cam Akers.
Carter's got a frisky little team. I think he needs a flex. I just don't think Amari Cooper's good.
Disagree.
Maybe Cam Akers to that flex.
I mean, Amari Cooper is ranked 42nd.
He hasn't had a starting quarterback play for like 4 games.
And he probably won't. Deshaun Watson sucks. He's kind of a pussy.
All right. What's next?
But I think Carter's gonna win.
Yeah, okay. Who do you have in that one?
Carter.
Ben? Ben?
Sorry, I can't find the mute button. Carter, I think. I haven't looked at it. I'm gonna go not Carter because he wants Akers. I haven't looked at the matchup yet. Sorry. Who's he playing?
Anthony.
I'm gonna yeah.
Quick question. If you had to start a Steelers wide receiver tomorrow, who would you start?
George Pickens. Pickens.
I think I'm gonna start DeAndre Johnson.
Please do, buddy. You have 2 wins.
Do it.
Okay.
Maybe
I'm
I'll start
gonna
both.
go- I like Paul's team, but I do think he's gonna lose to Carter this week, and I think his team's gonna start putting it together. I think this is your last bad week, Paul. I'll do Dave versus Mike.
Aaron Jones.
It should be Dave. I think Jonathan Taylor has a big week.
Did he get hurt last week?
No, they just like stopped giving the ball. It was kind of weird.
That is weird.
He had like 70 yards in the first quarter and then ended with not much more. Kincaid's turning into kind of a beast.
Who?
I think Aaron Jones
Kincaid.
gets back on track this week. And Mike's team.
Dave talks about Aaron Jones like he's the best player in the entire world. It's very weird.
The Bears are just bad. Mike's team is just bad. Now he can't start Kirk Cousins anymore, which is madness. He never gave him a chance. Running backs are bad. Wide receivers are bad. I still can't believe the trade. I say this every week when I break it down. I cannot believe he gave that all away to Braden for nothing in return. But yeah, it's Dave. What do you guys got?
Dave.
Yeah, I got Dave.
Dave.
Pile of garbage.
And then Ben, why don't you do William versus Mr. Nick? 2 more podcasts.
Yeah.
Look at all the podcasts. We all play each other. Everyone on the podcast.
Wow.
Arguably the two best quarterbacks, apart from Joe Burrow in the league right now. Go headed at it.
And
Williams running.
The B Robinson matchup of the week.
Yeah, the
That-
B
that
is
matchup of the week.
What's
Hey,
the stats
Brady-
update with
Yeah, and Braden's
him?
absence, I'll go ahead and take the honors. Brian Robinson Jr. update of the week. He's alive. He
Is he
was
shot?
shot. He was
Oh.
shot in the past. He survived.
Is he
And
playing?
he's playing. He's scoring touchdowns. He's in my
He's
locker
not
room.
shot now.
He's not shot. He's healthy. I was a little worried about him against the Eagles' front defensive line last week. He made it out alive. Not surprised. All right. He's good.
So there's some rumors, William, that you got rid of McCaffrey due to some severe locker room issues with Brian Robinson and McCaffrey.
Yeah,
And as you said, Brian Robinson's your captain of your team, so he's not going anywhere.
he's
I
calling the
guess
fucking
McCaffrey had to
shots,
go,
dude.
man.
Excuse my
I-
French, but Brian Robinson's that guy. He's calling the shots. McCaffrey was getting chippy in the locker room, man. There were some words that were exchanged between the two of them. Brian Robinson might have called McCaffrey a cracker. Just saying. Shit
Wow.
happened. Shit happened.
I forgot that I basically had to just play Ben's crappy team this week.
Yeah, it's great. But anyway, back to the matchup. Williams running backs kind of suck. They might score 10 points combined. But receivers looking good. Scary Terry. But at the same time, he's playing Nick, who's just is not good. Brees Hall, honestly, is just terrifying. And I think that's my Benny Boopa's pick of the week, 40 points. But Nick's bench, honestly, I think Nick has one of the best benches in the league.
Yeah,
they're just
take my
some solid guys. I don't know where to trade you.
If anyone wants Kyron Williams, please come take him from me. He's coming back week 12.
I'll take him.
I can't wait that long. So someone
I'll take
someone good, come take
We'll
him.
talk after this, Nick.
We'll also talk after this.
Okay, well, we officially have 10 minutes, guys, by the way, so we're doing pretty good on time. Yeah, I don't really like Nick's team.
I got Tyreek Hill at my tight end.
Yeah, I know. I keep saying he's still
I kept thinking that too.
Yeah, Nick, your bench. This is like such a weird thing to say, but your bench is like better than your starting lineup.
I've been saying
I
that
was thinking the
all
same
year.
thing.
You know how
It's kind
frustrating
of
it is
weird.
because I don't know who to start every week. Like my bench is good.
Yeah, and you're like the worst person for that to happen to because you overthink everything.
I know. It happens every year.
Like
Nick,
I'm
I'm gonna
looking
give
at
you a
your
word of
team and I can
advice.
easily set your lineup.
I'm gonna give you a word of advice, even though you're playing me. If you start Deontay Johnson, I am going to beat you. If you start George Pickens, you might beat me.
No, so here's what I'm thinking.
Gabe Davis.
Kenny Pickett he hurt his ribs, so I think he's going to be kind of injured this game. So I think it's just going to be like slants.
So why would you not start like Zay Flowers? I'm just not gonna throw a quarterback.
Zay Flowers. You'd think he's good, and because he gets like 7 to 12 targets every week, but it's for like he had 5 receptions for 19 yards last week. Like
I
he's
think
never
he has
gotten
a
over 100
breakout
yards.
game.
No, you think it's gonna happen every week and it doesn't. So I'm finally not starting him. His floor is incredible. If you need 10 points, like he's gonna get
Like
you 10
Michael
points.
Thomas.
He's like Michael Thomas.
Moto.
And like I'm just sick of it. I've started him every week waiting for the breakout week and it just doesn't come. So
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done with him.
Well, I think that you got your win last week and that Williams gonna roll on this one.
You think?
Yeah, I do.
I really
I
just
think
don't
that
see it.
Miami, Kansas City might have like 70 points scored.
Yeah, I think the Mahomes is gonna have himself dead.
And I think
The
T.
defense is
Higgins'
gonna make a
revenge
difference.
game for almost killing DeMar Hamlin Sunday night. Prime time, I think T. Higgins has a monster game.
Hey, William, should we just keep the defense the same?
I feel like I'm a little disadvantaged here.
Miami versus Kansas City? I feel
Well,
like
actually, yeah, the two powerhouse offenses. Yeah, okay. I'm
That's gonna be
down.
a fun game.
Even though I
9:30.
did submit a claim for a defense.
Damn,
who'd you
William, we're not gonna really get to see that game. Really, we'll try to get it on at Wagner's.
yeah, stuff.
It's an awesome game.
I know I can't even watch the dogs.
Sucks.
Anyway.
I better be back for the Cowboys Eagles game.
Is Heineke starting this week?
A lot of good football this weekend, guys.
He is.
A lot of good football.
They announced it. He's starting.
Chiefs, the Dogs got a good game, but the Chiefs Miami game is really good. The Sunday night game is the best Sunday night game of the year with Bills Bengals, Cowboys Eagles. Probably the best weekend Sunday.
Chargers Jets Monday is kind of frisky too.
Yeah, all these games are actually pretty
Yeah,
fun.
good
I'm
game.
excited. There's a good game at every single like time slot. And I'm gonna
I'm picking myself.
Okay, I like it. Ben.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with William as well.
All right. Well, that is all of the
You guys
matchups.
are done. I'm gonna win.
William, you know what, Ben, what time is it?
It's Tony Peter week.
William, you know what time it is?
Ben, that was horrible, man. Come on,
Yeah.
have some
Can I
respect.
get a
Sorry,
can I get an
sorry.
intro that means something, please?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Mhm.
start your engines. It's Tony's pepperoni pizza penis pick of the week, baby.
Heyo, I'm walking here. Tony's back, baby. Last week, things were getting a little scary out in Washington, and Tony hit again. This week, that two-time poser Justin choked on a fat pepperoni pizza. And nothing better than Tony's pepperoni pick from a couple weeks ago, beating that loser on Monday night. This week's pepperoni play of the week, I'm taking you fellas out to the jungle. Hey, Alexa, you mixing, buddy? Mixing what? I'm mixing these balls in your fat little face, you loser. The man that beats up women, but we don't care because he's a hell of a ball player. Yep. Joey the Rock Mixon, baby. The Bengals are back. I'm expecting a big week from the former woman beater. Run, Joe, run. You better outrun that gun. 18 carries, 120 yards, a tutty. Don't forget those 4 catches for 37 yards. Back to you fellas in the studio.
I didn't know that he beat a woman. I guess that's just a theme among all running
Oh, he
backs.
beat the shit out of a girl in
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
his
He almost
girlfriend
didn't
or
like get
something.
drafted and shit.
Damn, dude, not
Yeah.
Joe. That
Yeah,
sucks.
Run, Joe, run. You better outrun his gun. You know what I'm saying?
Great pick, Tony. Love it.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Too bad I was gonna be on the losing team of Paul.
Hey, so just so we can address the elephant in the room, just real quick, let's talk about Ben and I's trade.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a good time right now.
How much time do we have?
We still got 4 minutes. You got like 2 minutes.
4 minutes.
And then
So
we'll do
just
the picks real quick.
my thought process here. First of all, last year I had a blockbuster trade as well where I traded away Cup. Guess what happened to him a week later? Got injured, out for the season. I got a little scared after McCaffrey's oblique injury. And I have an inkling for these kind of things, man. I think that his load is insane. No pause. He just carries the team, man, scoring every week. He did his job for me, but I had to say my goodbyes. I didn't like DJ Moore anymore. He's got the D2 phenom thrown to him. They're gonna tank that team. They don't give a shit.
Honey Badger.
Can I just say, William? I think he traded him a week too early. This is the week he breaks the all-time record for most touchdowns in a row. So he's gonna get the ball so many times this week.
It doesn't matter, Nick. He gets 30 every week. It's not like he's
He's
getting
also on bye
He's
this week.
He's also on bye this week. So
Next week,
do your research, Squirt.
next week,
You tried to tell me to start Joe Burrow last week, who was literally on bye.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever
this
Nick
guy's
says,
talking-
it's the opposite.
This guy's talking out of his ass right now, man.
If Nick
might
says it,
still-
then it's good. You want him to pick you to lose.
Yeah, so DJ Moore, I'm done with him. He had his big breakout weeks. I don't think he's doing squat the rest of the year. Have fun with that, Ben. Dallas Goedert, there's just too many fellas to spread the ball around. I mean, he's only going to get points if, he scored on National Tight Ends Day. That only happens once a year. I don't think he's going to be doing much the rest of the year.
I agree.
Jacoby Myers, Raiders is just dumpster fire. Jimmy Garoppolo didn't complete a pass to a receiver in the entire first half of the game.
Got benched.
So I saw just about everything I needed to see. That team is abysmal. Tony Pollard, love the guy. I mean, my team is the DTX Dynasty. I got to have a Cowboy on my team. I'm feeling good about the trade. Got rid of some guys. I got some new fresh faces. That's
Maybe
what
we
I
could
like.
talk about trading for Pollard,
Tony Pollard, Scary Terry. He's a real scary guy. Mark Andrews. I like it.
Mac.
Yeah. Now, from my perspective, my team, I just looked at it.
25 seconds. So
And my team sucks. And I was like, I'm not going to win this week. I got to do something really stupid. So I text William, like, let's trade. And he sends me like a 1-for-1. I'm like, no, like, I want to trade my entire team away. And he sends me a 4-for-4 with Christian McCaffrey. And I was like, I don't really care. I just click accept. And now I've been like doing nonstop, like trying to trade with people because I'm trying to get rid of Adams and McCaffrey. And I have a lot of offers trying to put pieces together.
Ben is cleaning fucking swamp. He's moneyballing this shit right now, dude. He's
Last thing I have to say is
sending guys for worse. I don't know.
I think Ben and I had the shortest interaction for a trade that in fantasy football history. Like he literally sent me a text. We texted over a work chat. He literally texted me. I responded. I sent him a trade, and then it was done in like less than 5 minutes.
Which is ridiculous because
I
Ben
thought he
is
was
like
kidding.
the
I
most
totally thought
difficult
he was
human
kidding.
being.
I was just like, screw it, man. Like,
That's
let's hit
crazy
this-
because Ben usually takes 2 days for him to like finally.
I know,
convince
dude.
us to
I was
do it.
like, let's fry this egg, and shoot,
All right,
buddy, we did.
all right,
do
well, we
it.
got 1 minute. So
I'll
Parlay?
kick it off.
Nick,
I'll kick it off
parlay.
since I never miss. 7-1
Hey,
on
don't
the
talk
year.
like Tony, buddy. You're not Tony. That's a
I'm
disgrace.
7-1 on the year. I never miss. Deontay Johnson over 56.5 receiving yards.
Not
Lock
happening.
Ugh, bad.
Lock
William,
it.
who you got?
Who do I got? Derrick Henry, anytime tutty.
Boom, love it. Ben,
I got Joe Hubbard over 46.5 yards playing the
All right.
Indianapolis Colts.
and I got T. Higgins anytime tutty, baby. You heard it here. Lock it in. Place your parlays. Make some money.
Oh, I
this
thought we
week.
were doing Thursday night football.
No, you do them all. But all right, I love you guys. See you next week. We'll have this uploaded tonight.
Hey, I'm walking here.
I'm walking
Hi, there's
here.
a new edition
Wait,
of
who was
this
Ben?
thing.
I'm
Wait, who
walking
was-
here.
It was a funky
was
week.
Ben?
It was a spooky Halloween edition.
What's up, Nick?
Who was your
We'll just let it run out at some point.
Joe Hubbard over 46.5.
Oh, gross.
Who?
Nick, wait, are we done recording? No, we're still going.
No, it's still going.
Oh, Nick,
You
you
know
missed
what,
my
Ryan?